Good morning and good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hi, guys, we're finally here. Thank you so much for waiting on this live video. We are finally here, and I'm so glad that you could make it to be here today as we discuss, as we help each other, as we discover ourselves. So I want to just take this opportunity to just welcome you back. If you're new here, if this is your first time in this channel, I just want to welcome you and feel at home. Feel at a place where we discuss things openly and we try to help each other so that everybody can be successful. So if you're new here, please remember to subscribe. Remember to turn on your notification bell so that when we post something, you can be notified. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. We value you. We value you here at Discover with Pharrell. So please, if you can hear me, just type something so that I know we are together. You can type something on the comment box so that I can I know you guys can hear me clearly. So just a minute as I set up some things here. You guys can hear me, right? Hi, Mugozak. How are you doing? Can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly? Before we go on. And we are right on time. I hope people are not asleep. But of course, you can always come back here and watch the video because it will be posted on my channel. So if you don't get a chance to just be here right now, you can actually watch it later. So the video will be on my channel for forever. So you can just come here with your notebook and take some notes, and yeah, you can actually watch it later. So yeah. So some people, okay, hi Bernard. So you say, okay, you can hear me clearly. So once again, people, thank you so much. I just want to welcome you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your subscriptions. It's been a while. I've not done a video for quite some time, just been busy here and there. But when we get a chance, we come here and we do what we are supposed to do. So I don't want to take so much time. I want to just dive in. I was just waiting for more people to join before we start our live today. And as you can see on the title, today we are discussing about the green card process because we only have a month until the application is open, because it will be open in October. So we have a month to prepare ourselves. So I saw it's very good and nice to just come here so that we can discuss with you guys. And it's not that I'm an expert. I'm not a very, I'm not an immigration expert, but I'm just trying to give the information that I have, the experiences that I have, so that at least somebody can get some help. And at least if you just want to try your luck, just try it. And, we see from there, trying this thing is free to apply. So trying, I think it's better to try than just to stay there, complaining about so many things. So that's why we're here today. So, and we'll guide you guys, and I'll tell you whatever information I have. And of course, if you have some information that can help us, we'll be very glad to listen to you. So, Camila, you're asking, can a student join? I don't know what you mean by a student. Are you a university student? Or what year are you? Of course, if you're a student, you can still apply for the green card. It don't matter. So as long as you have your Form 4 certificate, you can still join. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna start right now. So once again, welcome. Now, the green card lottery. So October, that's when the U.S. government opens its doors so that it can give visas to more than 50,000 immigrants from across the world. And after the Biden administration took over, so the number of visas has been increased, So that means more people will get a chance to get a visa, permanent residency in the US. So you just a quick heads up. So when you win a green card, you're given, and of course you complete the process, you become a permanent resident of the United States. So you can come here, live, school, work here, everything. So you're free to do anything when you're in the US. So that's what the green card is. So it's one of the easiest ways to come here, and it's one of the easiest ways to get around here because you're not limited, like to do anything, because like we have other types of visas, like the student visa, visitors visa. We have a lot of visas here, business visa. And sometimes you're not, if you came here as a student, sometimes you're allowed to work, but only for a limited time, limited number of hours, like 20 hours a week. So when you have a green card, it's like you're almost a citizen. Of course, you don't have the rights to vote maybe after 5 years when you become a citizen, when you apply to become a citizen, but you have all other rights, just like a citizen does. So you can work here, you can school here in any state that you want, you can do any type of work, you can go to school, and you can enjoy all the fruits, all the, everything that is here. So it's, I can say it's one of the easiest ways to be here, and easiest means to do whatever you need to do here. So the application happens in October. That's when the program starts. And I just want to warn people, because we have a lot of people outside there who are fake, right? We have a lot of websites which are fake, and they ask money from you. They'll be sending you emails. So I just want to be very clear here that when you apply for your green card, nobody will be communicating with you, via email, asking you for money, asking you for what. There's only one true website. And when you look at my comment section, I have posted the website there. That is the true website where you can only apply. So if you've been receiving a lot of emails from people asking you for money, asking you to do this, do that, the process, no. The consular, or like the David Rotary program, they don't do that. They don't communicate with you like that. So please be very careful, because sometimes people tell me like they have asked me for $200, they have asked me for $50 to apply. No, the application is free of charge. You just need your computer, you just need a passport photo. You just need your passport. Of course, we'll talk about those things, but I just wanted to be clear, because there's a lot of fraudsters outside there who just want your money, and by the end of the day, you'll be crying because it didn't go through. So yeah, so I just wanted to give you like an analysis of what a green card can do for you and what it is. And of course, you've had, the application starts in October, the whole month. So you have a whole month to apply, and it doesn't matter what time you apply, towards the end, towards the beginning of the application process. It don't matter. So like the selection is random. So it's a computer that selects people. So it's just your luck. If you're lucky enough and you get selected, well and good. If you don't get selected this time round, there's always a next time, and there's always next year. So people will lie to you, like, do this, do this. No, this is an absolute luck. But of course, there are some things that you do that will increase your chances of being in the random selection, because like if your photo requirements are not good, if you filled your application form in the wrong way, your chances go down. So you have to fill the form very clearly. You have to follow all the instructions that have been highlighted, on the website, because when you go to the website, there's a lot of information there. And of course, when you go to the cyber, you can do it. You can do the application yourself if you just believe you have all the information. And also, you can go to a trusted cyber and you ask them if if they have that program. They can apply for your green card. They take your photo. They have all the requirements, and that's the easiest way to go, so that you cannot go wrong with it. So you just have to pay the cyber fees, and that's it. Nobody else will ask you for anything. So yeah, that's just a summary before we dive into the main topic. So thank you, Rahman from Bangladesh. We thank you for being here. So, yep. Now, so the green card application. I said I don't want to repeat myself. So the application starts in October this year. And so this is the process. So first of all, the rules changed, because when I applied mine in 2016, when I applied mine in 2016, I only they didn't require a passport. But the rules have changed, because right now, before you do the application, you require a passport. So if you don't have a passport, you barely have a month to apply for one, because if you don't have that document, please forget about the application. So you need a passport to apply for your for the green card. So if you don't have a passport right now, please just make sure you just go online to your eCitizen and apply for a passport before the green card application starts. So that is the number one requirement, that you need that travel document. So after getting the passport, then now you can start the application. And as I said earlier, you can do it yourself. You just need a computer, the right website, and then also you need to follow all the guidelines and all the information that are in that website. It's self-explanatory. When you go to that website that I've posted there, it is self-explanatory. You just need to follow those instructions. But you don't have to pass through all those stress and everything. Just go to a trusted cyber. Just tell them that you want to apply for the green card lottery, and then they will take a picture of you, because the photo, there's some requirements for the photo. So there are some specific specifications for taking the photo. So so they'll do everything for you. They'll do everything for you. They'll place the application, they'll submit it, and then they'll give you your confirmation number. So the confirmation number, you have to keep it safe. You have to keep it safe. They'll give you the confirmation number, because that is what you will use next year in May when the results are out. So that's what you will use to know if you won or you didn't win. So that is the only thing that you can use. So keep your confirmation number safe. If you lose your confirmation number, there's a way that you can retrieve it on the website by your full names, your birth date, and everything. So that is to say, these people who are sending you emails that you have won your green card, blah blah blah. No, you can only check if you won on the website, you yourself. Nobody will send you an email telling you that you won. No, the government will not send you any emails that you've won the green card. So you have to check it yourself because you have the confirmation number. That's why they give the confirmation number. So please avoid these other people, these emails you're being sent. Avoid them. Like, I don't know, avoid them because they just want your money. They just wanataka kukula pesa zenu. So avoid that with all cost. So I'm still trying to answer your question before I continue. So somebody's asking, Terry Kimani, what if it has expired, the passport? So if your passport has expired, please apply for a new one, because of course you cannot travel with an expired document. So you need to renew your passport. So this time around they have the East African passport. So that's what they are giving people. So if your passport is expired, please renew it before the time of the application. So yeah. So can you apply with a temporary passport? Mvembu, so I'm not sure about how temporary your passport is. So how many months, or like how many years? Because at least your passport has to be active for a number of for a period of time. So if you have just a temporary passport, you need to apply or extend the passport so that it don't expire before you travel. So you just need to check the timeline. I don't know how many months your temporary passport is. So the website is just right there. I've posted the website on the comments. Rahman, I've posted the website up there. So it's the www.dvlottery.gov. So Blessed 2030, you're saying, I have applied this thing over 10 years and have never been successful, but I keep trying. Oh, wow. Thank you. Like, yeah, so many people have been trying to apply. Like you heard about this guy that 10 years. But I just want to tell people, don't lose hope. Don't lose hope, because just keep trying. You never know when your luck comes. And of course, we have other types of visas that you can use: the student visa, visitors visa, but keep trying. So for me, this was my first time applying. I'm grateful to God because this was my first time to apply, and I won. So yeah, this is just luck. That's what I can say. You just apply, pray to God, and just wait, and don't lose hope. You just keep trying. If you don't win this time round, just keep trying, and maybe next time you'll be right here. So Terry Kimani, you're asking, and if you have kids, of course you can apply if you have kids, and I'm coming to that. So so after the application, so we said that after the application, so you get your confirmation number and you wait. Now, this application process, you have to be very careful about the information that you give when you're applying for your green card, because you have to be as honest as possible. Don't go lying. If you're not married, say you're not married. If you're single, say you're single. If you're married, say you're married. If you have children, say you have children. Because if you apply as a single person and then you start including somebody else after you won, they'll need to know, they'll need proof that you guys are legally married. And are you not just marrying each other because you need them to come over here? So they are very, very particular. Like, are you honest? If you have children, say you have children, don't start including them after you've won. So all those, all that information must be included. Be as honest as possible. So if you have kids, when you look at the application form, you have all those things. And when you win, and you have there's a form called the DS260 that you need to fill after winning. So they ask you a lot of information there. So please don't lie. Just be honest. Be honest, because of course you can win, and then when you go to the interview, you'll be asking, like, you gave conflicting information. You said this, and then today you said this. So please include everybody there. If you have kids, include them there. If you have a husband, include them there. Because sometimes people, like, if you win, they try to get married, like even to a friend, so that they can, help them come here. But the interview, they can actually, if you go together and you say, we are married, they want to see proof. Of course, even if you have a marriage certificate, they'll need to see, like, how long have you guys known each other? Do you have any photos? And they might decide to have separate interviews with your partner, so that if you have two conflicting information, you'll be denied, because the embassy reserves the right to deny or give you a visa. So you cannot go questioning them, why did you deny me a visa? So they have that right. So just do your math, just do your research well, and just do the right thing. That's what I'm going to say. So if you have kids, of course you can apply, and nobody is exempted from applying. If you have kids, if you're married, everybody can apply. So yeah. Thank you. Yes, so Jeremy, you say it's just luck, so keep trying. Yes, that's what I tell people, like, keep trying. And that's why we are here today, and that's why I'm here giving out information, free information, because not so many people give information. So a lot of people come to my inbox asking a lot of questions about the process. Yeah. And like I said, it's luck. It's your luck. Don't get so, mental about it. Don't get so depressed, like, if you don't come to America, that's the end of life. No, you always have to have a plan B. Because, like, when I was applying in 2016, I was like, if I don't win this thing, I have a plan B. I want to do this and this. So I was not so much desperate to come here. So I was like, if I don't win this thing, I have to do, and I have this and this planned out for me. So please don't be so desperate. Have a plan B if this one doesn't work. And if it works for you, well and good. Welcome here, and do the best you can. So, Regina, you're asking, what happens if one partner declines to go after winning and you included them? So, if you applied so if, let's say, I'm married and I applied for the green card and I won. So, if you apply for the green card, if either of you applies for the green card, and then either one of you wins, that means that the whole family is going. So if we have a wife, husband, and children, so the wife applies and she wins, you can include the whole family. The whole family can come here. If the husband wins, you can include the whole family, you, your children, So if for example, the wife or the husband wins, and one of the partner or one doesn't want to come here, of course you can come alone. So if the other partner doesn't feel like coming, they don't prevent you from coming, so you can come. Yeah, you can come. Yeah, if they don't feel like coming, you can just leave them there, and wherever they want to come and join you, they can come join you. So so at the interview, can they dismiss you on the grounds of financial ability if you're not well off? And what if you can't raise airline flight? What happens? Thanks. So like at the interview, like they don't really check your financial ability, provided that you have a host. So when you apply for a green card, and when specifically when you win, you need to have a host. So either a friend, a relative, anybody who will host you for a period of time. So if you don't have a host, if you don't have anybody you're going to, at least have like $5,000 to $10,000. That's what is recommended. That is like 500,000 Kenya shillings, and 1 to 1 million Kenya shillings. So if you don't have a host, have money in your bank, and you can prove to the embassy that you have money that you can survive with, before you get a job, before you get all those documentations, the social security, before you get your green card, so you can survive, you can have an apartment. So of course you can come here even if you don't have any family, even if you don't know any friends that you can stay with, as long as you have the financial ability. So they can deny you visa if you don't have a host, and if you don't have money, because they don't want you to come here and be a burden to the government. Like you come here and you're being given food stamps, you're relying on food stamps. No, 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 no. They won't do that. They want you to come here, but they don't want you to be like a burden to the government. So please, if you don't have a host, you need to have money. But you cannot, if you have a host here, you cannot be dismissed. I didn't even share my bank details because I had a host. So if the host is here, they cannot deny you a visa. All right. I hope I answered your question correctly. So Terry Kiman, you're asking, and if you are separated or divorced for some years, but he's the father of your kids, if I got that right. So children. So if you have children, first let me talk about if you are a single mom and or you are divorced. So you have to make sure the daddy or the father of your children gives you a consent for the children to travel. Are we together? So you have to give consent. You have to get consent from if you're traveling with a child, you have to get consent from the father of your child. So if you're a single mom and you of course who is the father of your children, and you have to get consent from them. If you're divorced, of course he's still the father of your children, so you have to get consent from them. So at the embassy, they have to ask for that. So if you don't have that, they won't be allowed to travel with you. So you just go talk to the father and they will give you consent if you win. And then you can travel with your kids. So yes, you have to do that. It doesn't matter if you're divorced, it doesn't matter if you're a single mom, but you have to get consent so that they can allow your kids to travel with you. Hezron Arena, you asking the fee for application. Application is free. Application is free. I've posted the website there. Application is free of charge. So the fees comes after you've won the green card, the visa interview, visa fees, air ticket, everything. So yeah, so that is where, yeah. So the application is free of charge. And Blessed, you also said if you can't raise the airline flight. Now, the US government gives you a chance to just come here, live, and work here in the US. They don't provide any financial support. So the visa is enough. So if you don't have a flight ticket, you're gonna have to find means to just get a ticket. You can organize a fundraising with your friends if you can afford one. So yeah, so the government gives you the visa. And to make things clear, when you land here, the government doesn't provide you with anything. Some other people say when you win a green card, you're given a house, you're given a car, you're given a job. None of that. None of that. So you just have to come here and hustle like everybody else. So you come here, go wherever you're going, like if you're staying alone or if you're staying with friends, if you're staying with your host, start looking for your documentation, get your driver's license, they send you your green card, and then you just go apply for your social security because you cannot work without a social security number. So when all those documentation are there, if you are not driving, you have to go train how to drive because it's very important, but it depends on where you're staying. If you're inside a city, sometimes they have public transport, but for convenience and going to work, it's good to know how to drive, get a car. It's easy to get a car. You can get a car note. So yeah, so nobody provides you with nothing. You just come here, hustle like everybody else, get a job, pay your bills, and life continues. So yeah. Um, so James, you're asking if we apply in October, when do we get the results? So the results are out when you apply this year, October, next year, May, that's when they announce the results. So you'll use your confirmation number to just go and check if you won or not. Grace, you're asking if the main applicant does not want to go, the other spouse can't travel unless he or she had also applied. I don't know if I got your question. If the main applicant does not want to go, the other spouse can't travel unless he or she had. Okay, I don't know. I don't understand your question, but let me try to figure it out. So if you are, if I think you're asking if the main person who applied for the green card doesn't want to go if they won, right? So can their spouse go? Yes, they can go. Yes, they can go because they have been included in the process. So they can go. They can go because you applied and of course you included them in the application. They can go. Yeah, I think Terry Kimani, I think I answered your question. Yeah. So you Blessed, you're asking, so they confirm with the host and address before approval. Yeah. So what happens when you win the green card? Now you start filling in the DS-260 form, and they ask you questions about where you're going, the state you're going. So the state you're coming to is determined by where your host is. So they will require information about your host, what work they do here in the US, if they are able to host you, if they are capable of hosting you. So the host will send documents to you so that you can present them to the embassy. So they ask you to send you like their tax returns, tax transcripts, and of course they'll ask a lot of questions about the job, their address. Yeah. So they have to confirm that you actually have a host that is there, not a ghost. So yeah. If the dad is a deadbeat and you can't get his consent, what happens? If is there any document needed, like his ID? Is there a document he signs or something? Yeah, Regina, it don't matter if the dad is a deadbeat or he doesn't provide, but the embassy requires for you to like have a consent that if you have children with him, that he agrees that you can travel with them. So if you win, it's nice to start talking to them and making sure that they understand that you have this beautiful chance of, getting your life together and getting a better life for your child. And I think even if they are deadbeat, they wouldn't, like, we are all humans. So I think they would agree to give you a consent because they want something good, at least for their child. So it doesn't matter if they help you or not. So they must have a consent from their father. Yes, of course, of course. Everybody can apply. Caroline, you said you're single with children. Of course, you can apply. Please do, please do, please do, and give your children um, a better future. If your kids are over 18, no, you don't need a consent. If no, they are not kids anymore. You don't need a consent. We are talking about people, kids who are not 18 and above, who are not adults. So if no. So how soon do you start the process filling the DS 260 form after you won? After you won and a duration before doing the interview and you leave the country. So after you win and after you've confirmed in May next year, you can start filling the DS-260 form as soon as possible, because that means you will receive your second notification letter, giving you the details of how to go for the interview, how to go for your medical. So the sooner the better. So if you confirm you've won, just go online, fill the DS-260 form, and then wait for you to be notified or you to get a second notification letter. So yeah, after you fill, now the process starts. And this now, it depends on your case number. So we have something we call the case numbers. It depends on where your case numbers is. So if your case number is low, that means you receive your letter very, very soon. So it depends on your case number. So there's, from 001 to 70s. There's a lot of, yeah. So it depends on where your case number is. So they go by the case numbers. So the lower the case number, the higher the chances of you receiving your notification letter sooner. So the higher the case number, you have to wait for some time. So for me, my case number was over 35,000. So it took me almost 2 years for me to get to the US. So I won in 2016. So I came here in October 2018 because my case number was 35,000. So you can see, so you have to be patient. Even if you won, you have to be patient. You have to be patient with the process. So, and then, don't start celebrating, because winning doesn't qualify you or doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be here. Start celebrating when you have the visa in your hands, right? So that's where even I think most of my family members didn't know when I won, because, like, until you go to the embassy, until you get that visa, you're not guaranteed that you'll be here. So sometimes people start celebrating so early, and of course they don't realize or they don't know about the case numbers, because if your case number is so high, sometimes they have a cutoff. And some years they have, like everybody goes current. Going current means like everybody will get a visa in that year. So just be patient, be cool with the process. And until you get your visa, that's when you can start celebrating. So, yeah. Regina, you're asking how about if somebody applies in October, yet the wedding is planned in December, then the results are out in May. Do they both travel or just the one who applied since he feels single? So that is different because, like, if you genuinely like you have a partner, that is possible. You can still include them. So you can actually go if like if your time to come here, like, because when you get a visa they give you like at most 6 months to travel, so you can travel, come set things up, and then come back for them. But of course you can go, you can change your DS260, you can do the changes. If you did the wedding before you received the visa, you can call the embassy. The embassy is there, they can guide you on how to do it. Yeah, so the embassy, they are not there to like prevent you from coming here. They just need as accurate information as possible. So if you're genuinely married and if you guys, of course you have a history together, you have pictures together, you have a lot of things that the embassy can see. Okay, so this is a genuine union. So that will not be a problem. That will not be a problem, Regina. uh well, Grace, you're asking, does it mean that if my husband is the main applicant, he wins, but is no longer that I interested that I can travel? You Yet I had not applied, or had applied but did not win. So I said, if one partner applies and they had included you in the DV, in the application process, that means you can also go. So in this situation whereby, like, if your partner applied for you and they are not able to go, I'll have to let me go back, and then I have to give you a definite answer, and then just I'll come and reply at your comment, because I don't want to give something that is conflicting. I'm not so sure about that. If your partner applied and he doesn't want to go, if you can just leave them and go, and you are not the main applicant. So I have to find some information about that, because I don't want to give you information that is not right. So Regina, you can actually reach me on my Facebook, Tom Farrell Muthoni, and then you can text me there, and then I'll give you the information after I just do some research, because that's very technical, because he is the main applicant and you are just included. So yeah, I have to see about that. Thank you though for the question. So assuming I win the green card lottery in May 2022, how long might it take for me to probably relocate to the US? Am I allowed to relocate with my young family, wife and young daughter? Yes, Joseph, I think, so if you won in 2022, like I said earlier, it depends on your case number. So if you have a lower case number, your chances of coming the same year are very, very good. But if you have a very high case number, you have to wait. Like I said, I waited for almost 2 years. So it depends. It depends. And also it depends on if everybody that year goes current, or is they'll be given a visa. Everybody will be given a visa. So of course, you can relocate with your young family, because if you included them in your form, you can travel with your young family. So as long as you can prove that you have a marriage certificate, if you're not married legally, you can go, you can have a wedding, of course. You can have any type of wedding. You can go to the AG. You can do a church wedding. Yeah, so you can travel with your young family. So Camilo, you're asking when will it start? So the application starts in October, the whole of October. Yeah, so until I think November something. So yeah, it's a whole month process. So you have a lot of time, and please make sure that you have a passport ready for the application. And pray to God, just wait and be just wait. And I'm just hoping all will be well. So I just want to say that being here in the US is a different vibe, and so many people think that it's easy being in this country, that everything is so streamlined, that just receive everything on a silver platter. So it's actually been it's actually good being here. Like we have a lot of endless opportunities in these countries, and of course things are streamlined, but you don't just sit down and receive everything. Somebody just comes and gives you money and everything. You just have to work extra hard. You just have to work smart. And I've seen so many people like come here, and they lose it because one, they didn't have a vision. They didn't know why they're coming here or what they're coming to do here. So if you don't know why you want to be here, please don't come. That's what I tell people. If you don't have a vision, if you have a better job in Kenya, and if you can provide for your family, if you have everything, you don't need to come here, because you get frustrated. So if you don't have a vision, if you don't have a mind of working smart and hard, don't come here. You know, because everything, you have bills to pay. We have bills to pay. Everything costs money here. So if you're lazy, oh man, you have a long and dull life. And it's very easy to become homeless, actually, if you don't if you just play around here. So I've seen a lot of people who come here and they are worse than they were back home. Because if you just play around with the system will also play around with you. So just I think people need to just be open-minded when they get such opportunities. Just come here and explore, because the opportunities outside here, they are endless and they are beautiful, and you can do it, and you can change your life within months, within years. You can be a better person. So it is good to try these opportunities. Don't listen to people telling you don't come, because I know a lot of people, like, they don't like, especially Kenyans, they don't like giving information. They don't like saying the truth about this place. This place is good. It is good. So I'm not the same person that I used to be. So, but it all depends on what you have, on your mind, and what your visions are and what your dreams are. So it is good for everybody to be given a chance, equal opportunities for everybody. So it's good for people to get a chance. Come here, explore for yourself. If you feel like it is not good for me, it is not working for me, I want to go back home. You have the liberty to just go back home and do whatever you like. So it is good to try. So many people have come here, they have tried, and you never hear people saying, "Oh man," they always say it's hard, but you don't see a full plane full of Kenyans going back home because it's difficult, right? So everywhere is difficult. So you have also to be difficult. But all I can say, is not a place to joke around with. Yes, come here, do your best, and be the person you always wanted to be. Yep. Okay. So So Bless and 2030, are you saying these case numbers, are they dealt with per country or what happens? Because I don't think your case number, that 5,000, was in relation to that one. So now, when you're talking about the case numbers, so first of all, there's a lot of people who apply for the green card, and there's only a handful of them that win. So every country that applied, every country is given a quota or is given a number of visas. Like in Kenya at my time, I think we were given 2,000, was it 2,100 visas? So every country, they allocate visas. You have to be clear about that. So every country is allocated visas. Okay, so from that, so we have these case numbers. So we have a lot of people who, at my time, they were giving 55,000 visas, not for Kenya, for the whole world, for everybody who applied. The quota was 55,000 visas. So the case number is distributed across, okay, across all those winners, all those 55,000 visas. So when your case number approaches, or they always give a visa bulletin, like they say, this month we are processing these case numbers from case number 1 or to case number 100. So if your visa, so they have the regions, they have the African region, Europe, Asia. So in the African region, they say we are processing from this visa, from this case number to this case number. So these things are distributed across the regions. I hope you understand that. They are distributed across the regions. So if your case number is high, the chances of you getting a visa becomes low. But we don't give up, because so many times, like it goes current, like everybody gets a visa. So that's what I was like saying, don't celebrate fast, because sometimes they have a cutoff. The visas are done, you won, but they didn't reach you because they had that cutoff. So yeah, so I think I got your question. So the case numbers are dealt per region. So is it possible for an immigrant coming into the US having won green card lottery to land a formal job, say the IT industry? What is the likelihood? How about opportunities to advance career-wise? So Joseph, thank you so much for your question. Now, when it comes to careers, I want to give you an example of myself. So when I was in Kenya, I trained to be an occupational therapist, and I got a license there. So when I was coming here, I had my license, but to practice back home. So when I came here, like I tried, like look for a job, but you have to get licensed here to practice here. So they told me like I have to go back to school, but you don't have to start from scratch. I got my credentials, evaluated, and then they had to transfer some credits. So when you come here, sometimes so many people just change careers, or you start from down there, because you don't just move from another country, then you come here, then you come straight to a job. So you need to be retrained. Even if you have, like a training, you have to be retrained and get certified to practice here. So you have a lot of opportunities, you have a lot of options. So career-wise, you can advance, you can find other opportunities here, and you're like, okay, let me do this. So it is possible to come and work directly. It depends on your career path. For me, I was in the medical field, so I had to go back to school. so that you can get licensed. So I'm not sure about other careers, but what I've heard about, so many people in other industries, accounting, blah blah blah. It is sometimes very hard to just come here and just go straight to work. You have to like go back to school a little bit and then do something and then get licensed. But what I tell people is that don't just come here and start from scratch because you don't have information. It's good to find some people who will guide you in relation to your industry or in relation to what you want to pursue, so that you can do it better. You can do it in a better way, so that you don't have to start from scratch. Yep. So I hope I answered your question. So after you win, does it have an expiring date? So when I won in when I won in when was it, May 20 what 2016, May 2016. So I was yeah, it has an expiry date. So my visa was like 6 months. So you travel within the six. So when you're given a visa, they give you like a period of 6 months to travel. So if you don't have a ticket, if you don't have whatever, so you have like 6 months to just prepare yourself, to do the necessary requirements. If you want to get money for your ticket and everything. So yeah, they give you a grace period of like 6 months. So when you just enter the US, you don't require the visa when you're in the US, because they'll send you your green card, that Kalido card. So that's what you'll be using. And of course, when you get there, you also get your driver's license. So you don't have to use the green card. You'll be using your license as your ID. Yep. Yeah, blessed. I just say that mine. They give you a grace period of like 6 months, so that by that time you have to be in the US. By the time your visa expires. So my visa was expiring in 2019 February. So I came in the US 2018 October. So that's when but my visa, if I didn't want to travel soon, I could have waited until January, until February, until, before the expiry date. So, yep. Yeah, so Joseph, it's very possible to like do a formal job, but yeah, there's endless opportunities here. So it just depends on your mindset and what you wanna achieve or what you wanna do. So yeah, it is very possible. So if that is your like you wanna pursue IT, which is very lucrative, um, you can go ahead. So I don't think there's somewhere you confirm. I don't think when you win the when you win the lottery, I don't think there's somewhere you confirm the winning, because after winning, all you have to do is start filling the DS-260 form. So I don't think there's somewhere like you literally confirm you are like, okay, I've won, or they send you a confirmation page where you're supposed to confirm. So what you're supposed to do, if you don't fill your DS-260 form on time, then nothing, they cannot process anything, before you fill the DS-260 form. So, and of course, you don't need a lot of things to do. It's also free to fill the DS-260 form. So, like, why not fill it? So just fill it and then start looking for money for your visa interview, for your medicals. After, if you've given the visa, for your green card fees, and for your flight. So the most important thing is for the visa The visa interview, that was like $330, 33,000 Kenya shillings. And then for the medical was like $220. That's what I did. So that is like 22,000 Kenya shillings. So that is after you fill the DS-260 form, just start looking for money. And then for the flight, it depends on what time of the year you're traveling. I think I used like $750. That is like 75,000 Kenya shillings. And then for the green card, if you given the visa, you have to pay before. I think before you come to the US, you have to pay for the green card. Is I think also it's like $200, if I'm not wrong, like $220. So it's actually now if you start the process, it's actually a lot of money. So yeah, but we shall talk about that in another video. For former jobs, is there age limit? No, I don't think so. I think what is there? I'm not sure about the retirement age, but I've seen so many people like in their 60s, 70s still working. So I don't think so. But I'll get some information about that. About the hold on, I'll check here. We have Google about the age. Yep, but I'm glad you guys are here. Yes, but also it depends on the state you are in, the state you go. If yeah. So they're saying that like the Social Security retirement age is 66 years and above. That's when you start receiving your Social Security money. Yeah, so you can you can take up to like 70 years. So I think that's the limit, 70 years. So yep. So now that you have mentioned about getting tickets, once you successfully get a visa, do you mind sharing information on how much it would roughly cost for the flight? Yeah, I just mentioned that it depends on the time you're traveling, blah blah blah. It depends on the flight you're taking, the airline. So me, I use like 75,000 Kenya shillings. So it's like just have like almost like 100,000 set for the flight because you never know how the cost is. Yeah. So on Coach Charlie, you're asking like how much does it cost for the whole process? So for the whole process, like to be, is actually it costs a lot because like I'll have to do a video about that because it depends if you're applying as one person or if you have a family. Because if you are a family, like you, your wife, and children, that is costly because everything you have to pay for them. So it's like if you're paying $200 for one person, then you triple that. So that's what people like. For one person is close to, you can say like 500,000 shillings because we have like $330 for the visa. We have, 220 for the medicals, 200 for the, what do we call green card, and then for the flight. You see? So it's actually more than, almost more than 500 and things change. So if you have like a whole family, that would be costly because you're like tripling or doubling or whatever. So what some people do, if you cannot travel, all of you, one person can come here, settle down, get a job, and then you guys can come later on, right? If you don't have all that money for the whole family to be here. Yeah, so thank you, Blessed. I appreciate you for being here also. I'm just trying, I'm not an expert, but I'm just trying to give as much information as possible, the information that I have. If I don't have that information, I'll tell you to just text me later so that I can give you the correct info. So nobody knows everything, right? So I'm not a professional. Do they give deadlines for filing in the S260 form? Thanks. Yeah, actually, yeah, because like if you just stay there and you don't fill the DS260 form, that means you not receive your second notification letter and you not get an interview. So the DS260 form is the gateway to your interview. So the sooner you fill it, the better. And you don't need a lot of things. It's just a form. So I would encourage you to just go and fill it so that you can get the process started as soon as possible. Thank you. Hello, you're saying you are new here. Welcome back or welcome. And please subscribe if you're new here. I appreciate you being here. And yeah, if you missed something, you just go back to the video because we've talked a lot about so many things here. So we appreciate you being here and your time. I know I don't know what time is in Kenya, guys. Um, it's 9. Oh, it's 9. Oh, wow. I hope I'm not preventing people from watching news, right? Sitaki watu waseme discover with Pharrell anatuzuia we watch news. So, but I'm glad you guys are here and we are having this information and we are sharing this information. I'm glad. I feel so good that I can just come here and share information with you guys so that we can benefit. And like I said, I'm not a professional in these things. I'm just giving you what I know. And if you have questions, I'll not promise to answer them like immediately because sometimes we are so busy and I have a lot of messages, like people send a lot of messages to me. So like, but when I find time, I'll actually respond to them. So it's actually difficult to just answer everybody online, like in my inbox. And so that's why sometimes we come here and give you information so that everybody can benefit and so that you can just come back here and get some information. So please, guys, I don't want to keep you so much. Just know that October is around the corner. If you don't have a passport, please go and apply for one. If you need your passport renewed, just go online, eCitizen, apply for renewal because you need the document before you make an application. We shall be here. We shall be giving information as it comes. We have so many other ways, so many other countries people can try. We have the UK, we have Australia, we have Canada. But we just keep trying and making our life better. So I'm grateful for your time and I'm grateful for you guys being here. It's been a pleasure. And yes, until next time, I hope I've answered your questions to your satisfaction. Yes, so, and I think I told somebody to text me about, there's a question they asked. Please remember, was it Grace? Grace, you asked about if one of the spouse applies for you, they win, and they don't want to go. So can you go as the second applicant? So I'll just find that information and I'll guide you So just reach me on my Facebook, Tom Farrell Modoni. Yes. So guys, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so, and turn on notification bells, and so that if you have a new video, you'll be notified. So here we discover ourselves. It's not only about green card and everything and coming to America. We discover the whole lot of ourselves and what we can actually do, what we can actually achieve in our lives. So let's continue to discover ourselves and have a very, very, very good night over there in Kenya and any other place in the world, whatever time you are in right now. So here is it morning here? Yeah, it's morning. It's 11 in the morning. I have to go to work, but I appreciate so much. Please continue discovering yourself. Share this video. Bye-bye. Until next time. We appreciate your time. Thank you so much, guys. And I love you back.